In this exercise, we're going to be getting into displaying an externally referenced drawing, or in other words, we're going to be overlaying another drawing in our current drawing. Now, why would we want to do something like that? Well, there might be certain contextual objects such as maybe a road design or maybe some utilities that you don't really want to mess with within your current drawing, but you would like to kind of see that overlaid on top of the drawing that you're dealing with. We'll begin by going into the 06 points-2 drawing, which is located in your tutorials folder. And you'll see our original drawing with all of our points as well as all of our point groups, and everything is reordered back to its original order. I'll go ahead and minimize that a bit. Now I'm going to type in the word xref in my command line. Then I get this little panel right here. If I click on this little drop down, then attach a drawing, I can go into my tutorials folder and then select the existing base map. Now this base map is just the line work or some of the utility line work that's within our particular site. Go ahead and click open, and then make sure your reference type is set to overlay. In most cases, whenever you're attaching an XREF, most of the time you're going to be using a reference type of overlay, because if you use the attachment reference type, then if there are any externally referenced drawings within this particular XREF, it will bring in all of those additional externally referenced drawings as well, which will bloat or make your drawings even larger. Go ahead and leave everything else at its defaults, then click OK. And you can see, if we go ahead and close this out, you can see the line work that's more or less grayed out. That gives us a little context as to some of the objects that we're dealing with on our site. Now, one thing that I like to do just to ensure that my XREF stays in the proper position is I will create an XREF layer and then lock that layer just so nothing moves throughout the course of my design process. So for example, if I wanted to right now, my XREF is on the 0 layer and it's unlocked. So if I accidentally move this XREF over to here, now my XREF is no longer in the proper position. I'll undo this, and instead I'll go into my layer control by typing in LA. I'll bring up my layers, and then I'll create a brand new layer, and I'll type in underscore so that it appears at the top of my layer list. I'll type in XREF for XREF, then press enter, and then click this lock to lock the position. So now, if I close that out and then select my XREF, switch this over to my XREF layer. So now when I deselect this, zoom out a bit, and then type in M for move, I can no longer move my XREF. So it's always in the proper position.